Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to Master the Code, and today we are talking about the next problem in Codeforces round 957, that is D, the test of love. Encore is ready to do anything for Julian, so much so that he can swim through a crocodile-infested swamps. So we decided to test this love, and we have to swim across the river with a length of 1 meter, sorry, a width of 1 meter and length of n meters. And the river is very cold, therefore in total he can swim no more than k meters. So k is the race condition over here. And for the sake of humanity, we have not only added crocodiles but logs also on which he can jump. Now, Encore is initially on the left bank and he needs to reach the right bank. Okay, they are located n distances apart, so there are n segments. So 0 and n plus 1 he has to reach. So in between there are n segments, each with a length of 1 meter, and each segment contains either a log, a crocodile, or a water. Okay, if he is on a surface, on a bank or a log, he can jump forward for no more than m meters. Okay, and m will be given by the input itself, and if he is in the water he can only swim to the next river segment or to the bank if he is at the nth meter. Okay, and he cannot enter in the segment that has the crocodile in any way, and we have to determine if Encore can reach the right bank or not. The first line contains the t number of test cases, then we have the three integers n, m and k, which are all in the range of 10 to the power 5, and m is in the range of 10 only. And the second line consists of length of string a for length of n, where each element is either a w, c or l, which represents water, crocodile, or land or log. It is guaranteed that the sum of all test cases does not exceed 2 into 10 to the power 5. Okay, so now solving this particular question, what we have is we have n segments, right? Let it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on till n. And we are standing at the 0th segment, and we are gonna need to reach to n plus 1. And in between there can be a water, log, or a crocodile, and we can swim at most k times in water, and we can jump for m places, right? So now coming to the first intuition which we can get, we have n segments. Okay, first thing, it is not n minus 1, it is rather n, because we are going from 0 to n plus 1. The next thing is we have two operations again, and those operations are either we can swim or jump. Now, swim is a constraint here, like we can swim for only m times, or rather we can swim only for k times and jump as many times, but the jump has to be of size k. But size k, or it should be less than or equal to k. Clearly, if you have a look, the swim is the race condition over here because we have only limited chances to swim. Now, let's take an example. If we are at a log and we can swim, and then there's another log, so would it be better to swim or to directly jump to the log if possible? Actually, it would be better if we jump from this log to this log, because then we will have our value of k intact. The k will not get reduced to 3. This will not happen since we're directly jumping from one log to the other log if possible. And let us given the size of equal to 3, then we can directly jump from log 1 to log 2 directly, and we would not be wasting our chances of swimming, because it can happen like just having a test case. If log is like this, and then this is the string we get, we can jump from this log to this log, that's all right. And we can also either jump to here, here, or here, but after that we would need to swim this one extra space. So for doing that, we need to preserve the k values, right? And since log is there, we can either jump here, here, or here. So the next intuition that comes to our mind is use k minimum times possible, or we will be using k only when we cannot jump, right? So since, let's take this particular scenario, if we are at log and the k is 1 only, and we have water, water, and then log. The value of k is given 1 and m is given 1 itself. So we can move from here to here, we can jump, and from here we have to swim. Now example, the cases where he will not be able to reach, that is intuition 3. If we are at water, we can only move from index I to index I plus 1, that is for sure, because it's given in the question. Now if we are at log, we can move from I to anywhere between I plus 1 to I plus m, right? But what if there is a segment of crocodile of length m? Then in that case we won't be able to swim and we won't be able to jump. For any block for which we are neither able to swim nor able to jump, that would lead us to a wrong answer. So what we get is, we need to use greedy approach to solve this particular question. We will again and again jump from index I to index I plus 1, and for every state we will check if it is possible to jump. We will jump to the maximum distance, right? And if it is not possible to jump, then what do we mean by that? If we are at index I, we searched to all the places up to index I plus m, and there was no log, then we will be staying at index I only. Then we need to swim. And if this particular case also fails, such that swim equals 0, or swim of I plus 1 is a crocodile, then we would return false. Otherwise we would be able to reach the end and return true when I becomes n plus 1. Now coming to the time complexity of this case, the time complexity would be order of n, since we are running the loop only once, and in one loop or in a single pass or one pass we are able to solve this particular question. So that is one thing what we can do. Now we would be going to code this up, like how the entire approach is working. I will be sharing the notes and the code with you with the link in the description below. So please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. that would encourage me to make more content. Oh, and I would be soon creating a video about the interview preparation for Microsoft Google, and will be discussing about the problem statements that are usually asked in the interview process for internship and SG roles. So keep in touch with the channel, hit the bell icon, and press the bell icon for more notifications. Okay, now as per this question, what we did or what was my approach, imported the scanner class again for the required test cases. For this T represents the number of test cases that we are going to work on. And now I created an object for calling the required function. I created one more class, that is this love test. And what I did, all the required parameters, these values of n, m, k, the string array or the string which we are passing, and a specific test case or in every test case, I compiled them, or rather stored them or encapsulated them together in a single class, so that the calling of variables becomes a bit easy and I do not have to manage a large number of arrays. I simply need to use this class, and I can simply call all these variables or update the variables as per my choice. And again, this is a constructor for initializing the variables as per the input. Then after creating this array, I run a for loop. In this for loop, what I did, I created using that object for the main class of this class, main class, the dtest of love. I created an object, or an object for this love test, the inner class, using the outer class object dot new property. I created an object of inner class, and in that I passed the string, which was then my input itself. And then I updated the segments as per the input. And for every test case, I pass the required variables. As you can see, it is quite easy to pass now, since I only need to call the specific variable which I need and give me the output. Then I created a function, this will love prevail, to check if he can reach the end of the bank or cross these n segments or not. Created a list of logs to store the indexes of logs, whichever they are. Since the index is starting from 0 and is going till n, if current segment is an L, that is a log, I'll add it into the list. And the last n minus 1, which we are considered as a bank, will also be added into the list. And since they are added from 0 to n in a chronological way, they will be sorted. Now I set I to -1 and the next log is 0, the index of the next log to be 0. And while I is less than -1, while we have not reached the right bank, if m, the jump which he can do, is greater than or equal to the next log minus I, if it is possible to jump, like this particular statement means if it is possible to jump, then we will jump and reach the log. Otherwise, I will increment I by m simply. And if I is greater than n minus 1, if we have reached to the right bank, I'll return true. Otherwise, while I is less than n and we have not reached to the next log, right? If the log is not within the range of m, right, then we will simply keep on updating it until we reach the log, because always we have checked in the explanation that reaching logs is better and more optimized than swimming, because he can only swim for k times or for the k segments. And if the current segment is not a crocodile and the value of k is greater than 0, I'll update the I and k. Otherwise, if I found a crocodile or if k becomes 0, I cannot swim further, and neither I am able to reach any log nor I am able to jump, I'll return false. And and in the end, I'll update the next log iteratively and return true. So this was my approach. Now running the test case. Here is a required answer that we expected: yes, yes, no, no, and yes, yes. So the test cases are passing fine, and you can simply put him into the solution. I'll be giving the link of this code as well. If you wish, you can directly copy it and paste it in the solution tab. It will work fine. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And we'll meet again for the next problem. Thank you very much. Bye.